Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for all your questions. Gab is here, as is Frank. Gab's got a new background, look, dancing away. Craig and Ali here in the studio. What were you right about now?
Even though it was a Champions League today, and on paper it was supposed to be... Is my mic still working? They say my mic's not working.
That'd be a dream for all of us.
I'm done. I'm not even going to make the point anymore.
Good.
I thought it was going to be a great point.
No, just to say, that'd be a first.
38 minutes we managed to get out of that show today, and that was a stretch.
Well, there we go.
Even though it was a Champions League.
Right, yeah. It was, there we are.
I'm kind of not loving this.
Frank's happy, PSG won.
All right.
I mean, nobody cares.
Frank does, look.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Too early in the competition.
Yeah, look at him.
I am.
He cares a lot.
Gab looks happier than the football reporters.
Yeah, Gab, why aren't you on the football reporters? You can bring some life to the show.
He's above that. He's above that.
Above his pay grade. Mm-hmm. That's it.
I don't know. That's more of a Mark Ogden, Rob Dawson, grim northern thing.
Wow.
Jules and I live in London.
Okay, all right, well done. Congratulations.
I think there's a little bit of a...
Yeah, of course, yeah. Craig, you've mentioned Barca's high line about 100 times now. Why do they still keep messing it up?
Because they keep doing it. But, you know, what did they win last year?
They won La Liga.
The Copa del Rey.
Yep, Copa del Rey.
Super Copa.
Yes.
So, you know, that is Hansi Flick's answer to say we just have to do it better. It's as simple as that, because it's not going to change. He's not all of a sudden going to bring personnel in and they're going to drop off and defend deeper. It's not going to happen. What I would say is, in certain games, I think I'd like to see them manage it a little better, depending on the scoreline.
Yes.
So if you're 1 or 2-0 up, there's no point having to rush to try and do it and put yourself or the other side back in the game when you could manage it a little better. Like the Inter game last year, where they did not manage the end of that game well at all and got punished for it.
For Ali, how far do you think PSG can go in the Champions League this season, given the number of first-team absentees they had today?
Win the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you think about every other club that is considered to be a favorite in this competition, you can really break down these clubs and say, yeah, this one's missing that one's missing this guy's not so much, what about those guys? We got questions about... When it comes to PSG, the question really is, can they meet their own standard? Not the standard of everybody else, their own standard. And if they meet their own standard, and if those players are available and consistently performing at the level that they are now, obviously the goal should be winning this whole thing, and they're more than capable of doing it.
Where are we getting these questions?
Well, that's a decent question.
It's not
That's
a decent question.
I don't mind that question.
Look,
we can't have you on Extra Time every day having to go at the questions.
Consider... Well, I'll do it. Well, don't have me on it at all.
Well, that's good.
Right, I'll take time off. Considering the absentees they have today. That's today.
Yes.
The 5 players that were missing are not out for the end of the...
No, but I think the fact is that they still beat Barcelona in Spain without these players.
Well, why even ask the question then?
Well, maybe they want to get a reaction. I don't know.
Stupid questions. And we can't even filter them out.
Frank, your thoughts?
Well, I'm with Ali. I mean, it must be a nice feeling if you're a PSG player, knowing that if you give 100% and your teammates do the same, you're going to win everything. Because you are the best team in the world, and nobody can cope with the tactic, with the talent, with the individuals that they have, and that must be very, very exciting. Again, as what I said during the show, they lost during the weekend against Marseille, and we say, yeah, okay, without the big star, they're not the same team. It's what everybody said in France, losing in Le Classique. But what I saw today, it's quite amazing. After like 25, 30 minutes, where we felt that it would be like last weekend, and they're going to struggle, and they're going to lose against Barca, they woke up. And we have to say there are 2 players with Hakimi and Mendes. If the opponents are not capable of dealing with those 2 players, every team playing against Paris Saint-Germain is going to suffer, because those 2 players creates the difference right now.
Gab, was Barcelona actually lucky not to reach the Champions League final last season, given that they were beaten today by PSG even without their full attacking lineup?
Well, I don't understand. Were they lucky that they didn't get beaten in the Champions League final? They got beaten in the Champions League semi-final. Is that better? Is that more final?
I think they would get humiliated. That they would get humiliated more than Inter were in the final.
All right. Look,
Don't you start. I got him as well.
I don't think so.
No. I'm not being difficult. I mean, Frank said a few seconds ago that this is the best team in the world. I think Frank's old club, who are the actual world champions, might have something to say about that. But I'm just going to point out that when it comes to Paris Saint-Germain, I think I'm right in saying this, the last two coaches who have beaten them have something in common, which is they're both Italian. In Enzo Maresca, Roberto De Zerbi.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I look around at
You're not helping me,
I look
Gab.
around at all these Champions League teams, and I wonder how many have had the wisdom of signing an Italian manager. And obviously Inter's manager.
So Napoli's going to win the Champions League.
Dear.
I'm sure that was a really good
Napoli?
discussion in the summer.
Why not?
I'm sure that was a really good discussion in the summer, wasn't it? Well, tell you what,
Perhaps
lads, we were
Chelsea?
really lucky we never got to the Champions League final, and I'm quite glad we got put out by Inter late on, because we'd have got battered, because that's how football works, isn't it?
Just on Gab's point there, I'm guessing that Simone Inzaghi is not Italian.
Oh, there you go, Gab. Take that.
I'm just saying, in Champions League final, it didn't quite work out.
Yes, that Barca were happy not to be there as well.
Yeah,
There we are.
absolutely. That's good.
But it doesn't work every time. Listen,
all right,
listen.
okay.
It's one of those things, right? Not every Italian manager is going to beat them, but to beat them, you have to be Italian. At least that's what the stats say. That's what the numbers say.
God, I hope the hospital calls me now.
What? You're going to make it?
Ali, do you think
I'll tell you what, at this rate of questions, I'm not being funny, at this rate of questions, I'll take a liver transplant.
Do you think Rashford has changed his mentality and tries to pass more to his teammates, Ali, instead of taking on defenders one-on-one since going to Barcelona? Is he less selfish?
I would say that today was a very good ball to Ferran Torres for the goal. But I would also say that if you have Marcus Rashford on the field and you're Barcelona, you like the fact that he goes in the 1v1 situations, because he would be sort of the opposite to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal doing it on the right-hand side, Marcus Rashford doing it on the left-hand side. And that he would give you a change of pace with his speed that Barcelona sometimes needs. Sometimes when Barcelona gets in trouble, it's because they start passing the ball sideways and back. Marcus Rashford is more of a direct player. And they have been successful with Rafinha running in behind, with Rashford running in behind, exploiting spaces in behind in transition with Hansi Flick. If he's able to add that, and 1v1 situations is something that he does naturally, continue to do that. I think he brings a different element to the game and the attack of Barcelona.
Have Newcastle strengthened enough to compete in Europe while still pushing for European spots in the league this season? Craig?
No.
Gab, what do you think?
I mean, thank you. I'm not a big Johan Wissa guy, and obviously Voldemort is a lot of fun, but the reality is Nick Voltemade, despite his headed goals, which he didn't score last season, but is scoring this season, that's still done in quantity. Neither of them is a patch on Alexander Isak. It takes a lot out of you to play both in Europe and compete in the league. We know that. So no, I wouldn't put them as an obvious sort of top 5 or 6 team in the Premier League this season. And the risk for Eddie Howe is that Europe really takes a lot out of them.
Define compete in Europe.
I suppose make it, say last 8. Quarterfinals? No.
Yeah, come on. They lost at home against Barca, and we saw today what happened to Barca against Paris Saint-Germain. So it says a lot about what Newcastle can do in Europe. I think they're lacking so much stuff. Even if they can fight with the crowd and everything, and at St. James's Park to be difficult for team to win. But really, we have to be humble sometimes, and I'm sorry to say that.
That's Frank's epitaph.
Newcastle's not going to win anything.
So, in what sense?
So humble.
In what sense have they strengthened?
Well, they haven't.
They haven't.
No, exactly.
They lost Callum Wilson, who's a squad player, and Alexander Isak. They've brought in Voltemade,
Yes.
who's started okay, and Visa.
Yes.
So we can argue
Elanga,
back.
they bring in Elanga as well.
Anthony Elanga, yeah, to be fair. But are they stronger or the same or weaker? Anyway, why am I?
I know.
Oh, you said no first. That was your.
Yeah.
Ah, no,
Yeah,
stop to that.
You're very invested now.
Final question, everyone. Hooray! Gab, how surprised you that Milan are at the top of the table?
I am surprised. I don't think they're necessarily playing great football, but it's that whole Max Allegri method. I mean, you saw it against Napoli as well, where, you know, even at 11v11, they didn't. I don't think they had a single shot on goal. So it was before Stupidon sending off. It's obviously a different approach. It's a more conservative approach, but I'll tell you what. Max Allegri's brand of football may not be to everybody's liking, but he's a phenomenal man manager, and he does get the best out of people. So, you know, just look at the job they're doing with Christian Pulisic. Santi Jimenez even got on the score sheet recently, and is starting to take over. He can get a tune out of Rafael Leao too. That's pretty good up front. Of course, the big question mark is Luka Modric going to get help in midfield, or is he going to be expected at age 40 to carry the can in the middle of the park? I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone.
See, that would have been a better question.
We will be back tomorrow for the first Shaka Power Rankings of the season.
All right.
Oh my God.
Stay humble, Frank.
I'd be there.